I can't even put in the words how desperately the Knicks needed that game. But what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on Knicks Centrals. The Knicks win 119 to 110 over the Atlanta Hawks, and thank goodness they won. Thank goodness they closed out the game without it being too much of a heart attack as well. There was a few seconds maybe where my heart was palpitating towards the end of it, where I thought maybe they would blow it here and there, but it did not matter because Mikal Bridges today was on a mission, and that mission was one thing only: to shut Trae Young the fuck up tonight. So he was on that mission, and he achieved that mission, and this was easily the best game Mikal Bridges has played as a New York Knick, in my opinion. It wasn't the sexiest game. It was not. I'll admit, because a sexy Mikal Bridges game to me would be hitting like 5 3-pointers, maybe even more, and getting 30 to 40 points around that range. That would be a sexy Mikal Bridges game. But this was his most complete effort on both sides of the floor. And that's what this team has desperately needed from him. And Anunoby played a lot better of a game. And again, he didn't pop off offensively today. But the thing that I wanted to see with this team that we have not in a while is better defensive basketball. And you got that today. The bench was unbelievable too, which is something that I haven't got to say in a while. There's so much good to take away from this game, but we're going to talk about before we do. Leave a like on the video if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, especially if you're Knicks fans, and turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live here on the channel. Man, the start of this game was hideous, though. Like, there's no way around it. They played like absolute garbage to start this game, and I thought we were going to be in for a dreadful night because anytime the Knicks got a basket, which was rare to begin with because Jalen Brunson, he was turning the ball over a bit too much early. It was not just him, but he was really one of the guys turning it over a lot early on, and they just looked sloppy offensively. And anytime they did make a bucket, here come the Hawks running down the floor, three-pointer. Running down the floor, or Cat gets a layup, Hawks the other way, three-pointer. So that wasn't fun at all. However, after they called timeout in that first quarter, something shifted. Something definitely shifted, and you saw Mikal Bridges, by the way, which got the Garden on fire and got them back into this game, when he was putting Trae Young in jail at one point in that first quarter, and the Garden just erupted. There was no going back. Granted, the second quarter got a little bit more sloppy defensively. They started to lose some of that touch, but that was also when the bench was in a little bit, so it's hard to get entirely mad. Although there were a couple of ugly Josh Hart minutes here and there in that second quarter. He checked into the game. It was a little sloppy, but again, not solely on him, because the Knicks did the opposite of what they've done in previous games. They come out in the third quarter and ball the hell out. And that's something that we have not seen from them in quite a bit now. And that was something that was crucial. Mikal Bridges getting in his bag, making pretty much every single shot. He was so efficient today, going 12 for 17 from the field, 1 for 2 from downtown, which again, maybe you want to see him attempt more threes, make more threes. But for what he gave defensively, I will take this Mikal Bridges more times than not, because the threes will come. I just want to see it on the other end of the floor. And even if he's making the mid-range shots, we got it, because Jalen Brunson, even though there was some slop early on from him, and he turned the ball over a good amount today, and Mikal Bridges did too, but both of them locked in, especially in that second half, and we're on a mission to win this game. And I credit this win mostly to those two. Brunson, 34 points today, 12 for 18 from the field, 3 for 5 from downtown, 7 for 11 from the line, which, by the way, the Knicks pretty much got no free throws early on in this game, especially. And it got so bad one point where Cam Payne actually ended up drawing a foul after he made a 3, I believe it was, for the 4-point play, and then he ends up yelling at the referee, and it caused a tech. Either that or he was celebrating. I don't know if it was a combination of both, but either way, that happened. My man Campaign, listen, you gotta be a little bit more calm there, though. You gotta be a lot more calm there, because that could have been crucial in the game if it went the other way, in terms of if the Hawks won, that is. But either way, I mean, he gave solid minutes off the bench too. He was unbelievable, getting in the passing lane. And then how about the fact that, I think it was the second quarter that this happened, he gets in the passing lane, drives the Knicks up in transition, and then it's 3-on-1 with them. And my man, instead of just going for, a pass to the inside, he goes and chucks up a three, ends up nailing it. But a risky play that could have backfired, but I just found it absolutely hilarious. He is one of the funniest players I've ever watched play this damn sport, and I can't explain it. I just can't explain it. It's just, I don't know if it's the jump shot animation. I don't know if it's the fact that every single three-pointer he makes, he's going absolutely berserk over. But either way, I never laugh as much as I do until Campaign is on the floor, and then it's painful crying when it's Jericho Sims on the floor, which, by the way, how nice was it to have Cat back in the lineup tonight, not have to watch that garbage. But either way, I mean, Precious Achiuwa gave a good game today as well. I thought he was respectable in his bench minutes. He didn't, again, pop off the the chart with the stats, but I thought he gave a respectable, good 16 to 20 minutes of the basketball game. Especially easing Cat back into it a little bit, which it wasn't necessarily easing him back in too much. I mean, he almost played 40 minutes of the game, but either way, I liked what Precious gave. Shamet didn't give a lot of minutes, but was efficient, at least with scoring in those minutes. Gave you a couple points. Deuce gave you some solid bench play. Would have liked for him to maybe be a little bit more efficient from downtown, but still, I thought the defensive side of what Deuce McBride was given today, it was great. And this is what this team needed. They needed better bench play. They needed better play from their starting five, most of all, especially OG and Bridges, which, again, those two, the stats might not jump off the page, but those two played responsible basketball and put this team in a position to win, where lately it's been lazy defense from them. And even early on in the game with Bridges, I mean, there was one play where he's just losing Trae Young, and then Trae Young's hitting every single three that he's attempting, but he locked in, and it helped the Knicks win this game. And this was a much needed win, and now that puts them at 28 on the season. Yeah, 28, because I didn't update the standings here. 28 on the season. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do not forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live next. And I'll see you guys in the next one.